Hi advisors, thank you for joining me for another demonstration. We're going to go over the proctors. We're going to review how to register your proctors if you haven't already done so. Please go to the National HOSA website, and then right on the top you can click Login. This brings you to the login page immediately. Scroll down to Local Chapters. Then you're going to access your chapter. You're going to type in your charter number, as you've done before, and your password, and you're going to log in. Once you log in, we're going to identify your proctors for online testing. You're going to type in their first name and their last name and their email address. And then once you finish that, you're going to hit submit. Their name will populate below. Now once their name is below, you're not able to delete them. However, you could disable them if you do not want them to be proctors. And you can choose more, you can assign more than one proctor. You're going to do this all in the same way. And then once you're done, you're going to save your changes. And that's all it is to registering your proctors. So log off now, and then a few days before the online testing, you will receive an email notifying you that you have students registered for online testing and that you need to make sure that you have registered your proctors. If you haven't, you need to go online and register your proctors. So once your proctors, and then at the same time, the proctors will be getting an email similar to this, where it says it will give the proctor their username and their password needed for the testing time. So it's their login information, and then thanking them for agreeing to be a proctor. And prior to the day of testing, we recommend that the proctors print out a list of the students, and that list will have their login information and password. And if you have any questions, you can give me shoot me an email, and I'll reply back as soon as I can. So let's go through what the proctor will see. So we're going to use the proctor's username. We're going to go back to the National HOSA website, log in. Now we're going to, your proctor will go on as proctor attest. And they're going to put in that username, and then go back to their email, get their password, and they're going to put in their password, and they're going to log in. Once they've logged in, they're going to proctor a test. Here, they're going to see this blue screen that tells them all the instructions they need to know. So the proctor reminders. All students are scheduled to take a particular test. They must do it at the same time. This is a highly recommended advice because we don't want the students taking tests at the same test at different times of the week, because then they're just going to go back and they're going to talk to the others of their friends, and it won't be as valid. And so we strongly suggest that they take them at the same time. And then also team members should be separated while taking tests. Students are not allowed to look at their notes or talk with the other students. The advisors are not allowed to see the testing materials. And try for the proctors to have a phone during the testing in case they need to contact HOSA with questions. And then following is a script that the proctors will see. And anything in bold is what they would read to the students. So before that, the proctors need to make sure all the test computers are on and that they're at the login site. And then they're going to announce to the competitors that each of them will be taking a separate test, and they shouldn't be sitting next to a competitor or team member of the same event, and that they need to listen carefully to the directions. And that you're going to come around the room to each of them and access their test. So you're going to use the information below, their username and their password, and log them into their test. Once you have everyone logged in, the students can't do anything until you begin, the proctor, hits begin test for each test. When a test begins successfully, it will show in your test administration history on this page. As soon as you see the test in your history, announce to the competitors, you may now click Begin Test to start the test. You'll see a timer on the lower right portion of your screen. It should be accurate, but I will announce the time remaining when it is approaching the end of the test. If you have any problems during the test, please raise your hand. Once you have finished the test by clicking Submit, you may leave the room. And so now the proctor is going to click Begin Test, and they're going to be prompted, are you sure you are ready to administer this test? This process will start the test timer for all logged on participants and cannot be undone. So make sure you're ready, and then you're going to click OK. Right now we're going to click Cancel because I'm not ready. And then you can see how many people have logged on, you can see how many people are testing, how many have completed. So this is your screen, and it will be updated every 60 seconds. That is the information the proctors will see when they log on. When they're done, they log off, and everybody has successfully completed their test. Thank you for watching the demo, and I hope that it was very informational.